Hmm. Hello. Welcome to day 3 of our 30-day worthiness attunement journey. My name is Grace Willow, and I am so grateful that you're here, brave soul. I'm actually recording this again. The first recording that I did of this disappeared. So I'm trusting that some information needed to come through in a different way. And so here we are again. Whether you're watching this live on July 4th or sometime in the future, just know that I have created an energy container for whatever information wants to come through. You'll still be benefiting, whether you're listening today or at some point in the future. So if you would be so kind, I would love it if you would like, subscribe, and share this so that this material, this 30-day worthiness journey, can be searched and other people can find it who may benefit from joining in. So today I think I'm going to be talking. We'll see what comes through. In the last video, I was talking about what worthiness is and how the wound of unworthiness may show up in your life. And so really, worthiness is just at its core a felt sense that we're safe, that we're loved, we're worthy of being loved, and that we belong. And if we don't experience worthiness, we may experience health challenges because we neglect our needs for, medical care or eating well or getting enough sunlight or exercise or rest. It may look like being disconnected from what we want, from our needs, what we want, need, and desire. It can look like prioritizing other people's needs above our own. I once had a client years ago who really wanted to invest in working with me in a program, and she had a deep fear that if she did, she would be neglecting her kids. And while it was not true at all, she was well resourced. That's one of the ways that it can show up, is that, I really want this, but I can't. Someone else needs something more from me. It can also look like self-harming behaviors, scrolling for hours on social media instead of going to bed when you're tired, or um, overeating to compensate for a deep hunger for comfort and love, drinking too much to avoid pain or discomfort, or having to acknowledge a truth about something in your life. And unworthiness, too, if you don't experience a core felt sense of I am worthy, you can't actualize your highest potential in life. And you do have a purpose. Maybe you don't feel connected to it, but you have one. So the invitation here is to recognize maybe where unworthiness shows up in your life. And then that leads me to the query that I'm going to invite you into today. So when you feel unworthy, the relationships in your life that are built on you not being worthy, when you start shifting into worthiness, when you start making changes that reflect the truth of who you are, the relationships in your life that are built on you not mattering, there can be a deep fear that something's going to change. Those relationships might start to destabilize or crumble, or you may have to acknowledge that there's something you've been settling or tolerating that becomes no longer tolerable. So that person or that situation needs to either up level to meet the level of worthiness that you now inhabit, or there's a decision to walk away. And I know that can bring up a lot of fear for people. So I'm going to invite you to hold yourself well and know that this container holds you to the best of my ability. We're virtual, we're not working together one-on-one. So if you find that you need some more support, you're welcome to reach out. See maybe an upcoming course that I'm offering, or a one-on-one container, or a small group coaching container might be supportive for you. Or, work with a therapist or a coach in if you're already working in that area. So I'm just going to pose a question. as you are looking at the ways that you are out of alignment with worthiness, because really worthiness is the truth of who you are. So the relationships that are built on you not mattering, you're going to start becoming very aware of them. They will become very uncomfortable for you as you're going through this journey. So I'm going to invite you to sit with the question, what relationships in my life are built on me not mattering? Just get really honest with yourself. And this might, involve a journaling process of, a few 30 minutes or an hour, or it might be an ongoing journal query for you. What relationships are built on me not mattering? And I'm going to ask you some questions as you start to ponder that question. Once you recognize the areas, and it might be hard to see at first, but just keep sitting with it. Might be a boss or a colleague or a friend or a parent or an in-law or a child. As you become aware of that, the next question to consider is, what would happen if I matter the most in my life? And this isn't saying I matter more than other people. It's in my own life, if I am number one and I'm taking care of my own needs, and when I do so, my cup overflows, what would happen if I became the most important person in my life? What would my life look like? What would be different? What or whom would I release? What or whom would I invite in? What would need to change for me to truly embody the depth of worthiness that I'm ready to call into my experience? And how comfortable am I with initiating these changes? This can bring up a lot of fear. If I start to matter the most and I get really honest with myself, what relationships are going to have to change? Because when you start up leveling into the truth of who you are, everything that's not in alignment with that is going to get really uncomfortable. It'll be kind of like right here in your face. Not because those people are bad or wrong, or those situations are bad or wrong. It's just you are up leveling to invite in experiences that reflect your worthiness. And so the final question I will leave you with today is, what would need to change for me to be comfortable initiating these changes? What truths would I have to tell myself? What honest conversations would I need to have with myself and with other people? What would I need to advocate for? How am I ignoring my own needs? How am I contributing to being disconnected from what I really want? What really brings me alive? What boundaries would I need to uphold? I'm curious what these questions evoke for you. Feel free to leave comments down below. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Be well.